Hello, now we will be doing the cost of operations, the other operating cost. We have done the labor cost, we have done the cost of sales. Now we're going to do the marketing, other operating cost. So other operating cost for the business can be other operating costs. So what are the other operating costs that are possible here? Apart from the, as we have done in the previous model as well, the usual cost of the things are can be disposable, the amenities, and also the marketing administration, and also the any other miscellaneous cost, right? So we can now look at the disposables. We said in the previous time we may be spending we may be using the chinaware and glassware, so we may not need disposables, but we may need other amenities. For example, maybe we need a stirrer, we need packaging, we need sugar, we need other things together with that good or ketchup or any other things as part of the thing, as part of the serving. So means we are going to spend maybe $0.2 per customer on the disposable. So basically you need to put that into each month, and then you multiply by the total number of customers. The total number of customers, as you will see here, let's do a total here, otherwise we have to add each and every time in within the cells, which is not really a good practice. So total customers, right? In, sorry for the spellings. Yeah, and then you can do it here as well, so that now we can see it. Okay, so the total number of customers are here, then the total amenities cost. We need to model the variable and fixed costs separately, so that we can base it based on either fixed or by the fixed nature of it or ad hoc nature of the cost. So you need to understand what are the costs in the business which are measurable, which are going to be uh, which are going to be uh, they are going to be they are going to be in the variable, and which are based on the revenue or based on the customers, and which are going to be fixed in nature. So that's the number of customers and the number of the revenue that we have here per month. And now we are going to look at the marketing cost. So for marketing cost, you need to be able to understand here what are we doing. So you remember we increase the price, we increase the capture ratio. So now here you are gonna do the marketing cost based on the details. So you can go as much as detail as you want. You can do separate a digital marketing, you can separate the collaborations, you can separate the promotional activities, you can show the, if you're going to do any public event. So I will leave that up to you, how you can do a detail in the sub chapter, and be able to create. For example, you can create a sub chapter for marketing and say I want to do digital marketing, I want to spend on the events, I want to spend on the direct on the commissions, or maybe I want to do collaborations with the parties, or maybe I want to do a influencer marketing. Whatever is your plan for doing. So you may want to spend maybe I want to do maybe $200 on social media SEO per month, and that's the fixed cost that I have. Thus, maybe the next year cost will increase by 5%. So the next year's cost will also be here. And then you can say, okay, maybe I will do some events in these months. I will use the events to increase the capture ratio, which means you need to do an event in April and you need to do an event in October. So maybe let's say you want to spend a $1,000 in each month. Let's freeze the rows so that we don't worry about it. Yeah. And then maybe let's say collaborations, you maybe want to do 1-2% commission uh, to somebody who is going to bring the business for you, so you can put it multiply from the revenue. So here you have revenue multiply by 2%. This is not a good practice that I have done here, because you can see already that you have no idea how the cost is calculated, right? One thing is linked with another cell, linked with another tab, plus there is a formula within the merge. And then next month, next year, when I'm going to understand how this is calculated, I have to go inside the cell to be able to understand. And when I'm going to update the model next year, I may skip it, because as you will see, we are highlighting the ones which we are inputting, but this is a mix of highlighted mix of cell, so you may have to highlight it as well. If you're not highlighting it, then you may forget to adjust the input, as this is an input, right? These are all the inputs. So as we have been doing as a best practice, you may want you we need to do the over in all the inputs as overhead, as a highlight, so that we know what are we keying in and what are we inputting, so that it's easier for us to edit whenever we want that to be happening. So this is again an input. Forgot this perspective. Let's put it back. Okay, the rest is linked from the previous model, so it's easier now. The collaborations, maybe you want to do some certain collaboration, and in other months maybe you want to do a influencer marketing, maybe you want to spend $200 on influencer marketing. You may do collaborations with the other products and other services to give discounts on each other. So you may want to spend maybe $100 per month here. These are just estimate, but it will help us to help the presenter to create a story, to link the dots between the marketing strategy that you have been doing and what are their impacts onto the business. So this is how you're gonna build it up. You can link this marketing cost with the marketing cost here, right? And the administration cost, maybe you are spending $100 per month on administration cost, or maybe $200 for we have not considered the finance, HR, and other things. So maybe you have outsourced that thing to somebody instead of hiring the peoples into the company itself. So otherwise, you may have to have a preparation service supervisor and a finance administration staff, which you're not hiring now. You want to spend another $100 for miscellaneous things. So now you have the total, right? And totals here, correct? And you have the for the marketing, you can get it from the below. This cost you're gonna increase by 1.1% per month per year, and then you get the total, right? So we have fixed this thing, and now we just need to link it into the operating here. So you get a summary. So operating cost was a total of amenities plus this thing, right? Now you will see here it's a bit of hodgepodge, which is the next point that we have to make. You don't know what is happening here, because we have not used any labels, we have not highlighted them, we have not separated the totals from the normal cell. Everything is looking similar, so it's a bit of hodgepodge. So here a summary of costs, and you want to highlight it so that you know this is what it is, and this is the total. And highlight it, the cost. You can highlight it with another color, yellow. Keep it yellow color to be consistent. Then this is a part of the membership. So these are the details of the details of cost of sales, right? And then the labor cost for the business. You can put them into the boxes as well if you want. Then this is the total labor cost. So let's highlight that, right? And then you have operating cost. Then you have amenities, other operating cost, and you have details of marketing expenses, which is going into the linked. You can use color code them with a lighter color on yellow that here to read later on. These are subtotals, but you have to be consistent. Okay, now I don't want to waste your time in doing the cleanup. You can, once we have built up the model, you can do the beautification later on, right? But you have to remember and remember to do it, because you don't want to forget it. If you forget, the next time you are looking at the model, it will look hodgepodge and you will not be able to understand a thing. So while we were building the model, we did not do any beautification because that takes up time in our flow. So we just continue to build up the model and then we finalize the things. Now, the next thing you have to do is to combine the profit and loss statements, income statement, right? So the income statement, we need it a month, need it, right? Here for year 5, needed the profit and loss statement. As we discussed in the beginning, our goal should have been to discuss the start with the end in mind. Since I have demonstrated that already, I did not do that. But in the profit and loss statement, you need revenue, you need maybe cost of sales, you need a gross profit, you need other operating expenses, then you need a profit before tax, then you need tax, sorry, you need a depreciation. We have not built up the model for depreciation yet because we have not built up the model for the capital investment that we will do in the next video. Then you have the tax, profit for tax, maybe net profit. Sorry, we have forgot about the interest, right? This is called EBITDA. This is called net profit, and then the profit before tax, and then the net profit, and then the tax, and then the net profit. Sorry. Yes, and you can build up the cash flow as well later on. So we're gonna build this income statement and cash flow in the next video.